Merry fucking Christmas indeed.
The following is a fan-based parody. Hellsing Ultimates is owned by Kota Hirano und Studio Madhouse und licensed by Genion, Madman Entertainment, Manga Entertainment und Funimation. Please support the official release.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna miss this.
Let me see if I get the grand scheme here, Benjamin Button. The Jerrys thought that if I purged all my souls, I wouldn't have my #lifehack. And at least one of you could kill me. So when the very fine people of the Nazi military, those KKK-looking sons of bitches, and Alexander motherfucking Anderson couldn't do the job, you thought you were the guy. But quick question, Jolly Wally. How many people lived in London? Or rather, died? Let's take a census! Let me get some snap!
Welcome, said the spider to the fly. Although I'd say you're more of a hornet. And unlike its modest brother, the bee, the hornet does not die after it has stung. It guards its nest with the ferocity and the tenacity of a mother who is protecting her child! Okay, if the bullets were going to work, then why would the sword?
You coward!
Oh, we all have our shields. Some of us have tempered glass. Others have the king of vampires. Speaking of whom?
Jesus.
Someone's on a binge after purging, and it seems like our dear Alucard is looking to get white girl wasted. Let's hope that nobody spiked his drink, yeah?
Bloody what?
Look at me, Walter! I'm sucking everyone but you! So in celebration of your wasted attempts, I'm going to give you the little death you deserve. And before you ask, yes! This is a JoJo reference!
I gave up everything to kill you. So just lie back and think of hell!
At this point, he doesn't even care.
You're slaying too! Now do it another
3 million times, why don't ya?
That sounds so much better in
Poor
Japanese.
Walter. Each second ticks his life down, all to grasp a victories that never belonged to him. A piece of our puzzle, 3,708,917 pieces large. And now, it falls to Millennium to finish it.
What's going on?
Oh, Fräulein, have you ever heard of Schrodinger's cat?
I shot Schrodinger's cat!
Indeed, and yet it lives. And yet it dies. It is here, yet it is not. It is a curious creation, one of infinite possibilities, as long as it remains unobserved. Yet to consume a thing is to know a thing. Alucard is now partaking of Warrant Officer Schrodinger's paradoxical existence. And as our dear Catboy stares into the abyss that is within Alucard, that abyss stares back. The wave function collapses,
Oh, Nietzsche.
uncertainty becomes certainty, the proverbial coin flips, and...
Am I a bad person?
Alucard! What did you do?
I called heads!
Whatever you've done with him, you're not making it out of here alive.
Then my last meal shall be victory.
Status report. Killed a Nazi werewolf, Hip's inside me.
He's inside of all of us, Seras. Also, where did you find a Nazi werewolf?
Where did you find Dracula?
In a basement.
How poetic. We found a werewolf in an attic. I mean, we find lots of things in attics.
Holy shit!
I meant antiques! Sir Jordan was a Führer's obsession, not mine. And frankly, I'm insulted by the insinuation.
Seras?
Yes, man!
Nah, pissed off Nazi, fuck off.
Unwilliger, mein Fräulein, but you're a few dozen millimeters too thin.
Yeah, but all she needs to do is hairline crack it. Oh, fuck me.
That's what I'm talking about! Come on, bitch! Show me what you love!
Bitches love.
Ruined! After figuring out I could use the bones of Dracula's ex-wife to make vampires, now I have to start again! I can't stay in England or Germany. You know, I'll go to Russia. They let you get away with anything there, as long as it's not too gay. What is that? Ah, probably nothing.
You just get an assist. Your life sucks.
You were right. You were the only thing I cared about. I needed you back. So badly I let Richard chase Integra right into your arms. But by then, I was past my prime. So I betrayed them all. My master, my country, I tossed them to the wind for one last chance at you. Now I have nothing but this hole in my...
When fortune smiles on something as violent and ugly as revenge, it seems proof like no other that not only does God exist, you're doing his will.
Shot in the gut, slumped against a wall, and executed by some crazy German Catholic bid quoting Kill Bill. Yes, a traitor's death.
Pulp.
The gates of hell will have to swing wide for your fat Nazi carcass.
Oh, Fräulein, if I'm so fat.
How did you miss?
Ah, never mind. Crack shot, Damen.
I'm sorry, what the fuck am I looking at? Is that metal and oil? Are you a cyborg? Why are you a cyborg?
I am no less a man than anyone with a pacemaker or hearing aid. For what is the marker of a man but his interminable will?
No, a man is a homo sapien made of meat and blood. Not cogs and coolant, and I'm just going to assume a hamster on a wheel.
His name is Hamburg.
You're just fucking.
Won't you finally get it? I see the line. The factory seal on society. A world mired in complacency, slaves to their instincts and fueled by anger and hatred. A rocket propellant as volatile as it is potent and frighteningly self-sustaining.
Is there a rest stop between now and the fucking point?
The point, Integra Fairbrook Wingate's Hellsing, is that we are nothing but scared, spiteful children, playing at adulthood, a fictitious lie of comfort and even more repugnant complacence. So what is a man to do but wage war so calamitous and glorious that it would snap humanity out of its foolish, worthless charade? And who better an opponent than Hellsing?
Okay, but why are you a cyborg, though?
Are you still on that? Okay, it's simple, you see. Hervorragend. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.
I live und heave a sigh und say goodbye. Go.
Moon Man. She
You're not
takes.
entirely wrong.
She
You just
takes.
didn't have to be such an asshole about it.
She's a fucking machine.
What's wrong? Is it the eye?
That. And he just ruined the sound of music for me.
Say, where's Alucard?
I have no fucking idea!
I like the original ending was like I finally, you know, landed the like he would always miss when he shoots. Because like in the original he was just shooting as Integra walks up to him to stab him, and then she loses the eye as a result. But like this is such a beautiful fuck me. 30 years later. Fuck me. I'm gonna miss this. Oh God. Imagine making a typo on that shit.
3,708,917 casualties alone in London that fateful night. Luckily, with help from the Americans, rebuilding hasn't been too difficult.
Tell me, how are the Americans doing since the incident?
Well, there was a bit of a stir when they decided that since corporations are people, they could technically run for president.
What the fuck?
But President Walt Disney Pepsi Comcast has done wonders for the economy, being that it is now the economy.
Quite. Hold on. Wasn't Integra supposed to join us?
She has a meeting with the Catholics today.
Catholics? She's still looking for answers.
And so, after traveling all over Europe and America Classic and doing countless hours of research in the halls of the Vatican and Wikipedia, we still do not know how or why he was a cyborg.
Excuses! Go to America Zero and don't come back until you've got answers!
Of course, Sir Integra.
I miss Canada.
Isn't the fact that he's a cyborg a reference to old Nazi shit? Wow!
Sir, didn't we
Seras is
supply
hot.
Millennium with the cyborg technology?
First of all, they're enhanced humans.
Second, shut your communion hole. The walls have ears.
And third of all, no, we didn't!
What in Dante's first through fourth hells was that?
Oh, that's
Something most
Kirito.
foul and inhuman. A Frenchman in love with an English woman.
We will continue to lead them along until this peace treaty has run its course. In the meantime, it puts men on the inside of Hellsing as the Vatican rebuilds. Also, Heinkel, do you need Antonio to change your bandages?
No.
Will you ever change your bandages?
No.
All right, gentlemen, wrap it up and hit the showers. And stop bullying Penwood Jr.
I don't want to vent. I want to make reaction videos.
Never mind. Bully him harder. These are the dullards I leave this organization to when I die.
Mom, you're 52, British, and rich. You'll outlive them all.
Don't you talk to me about outliving people, Carmilla! I know you can't see yourself in the mirror, but we both know you haven't aged a day. And yet every day, I find another wrinkle.
I would hold your hand in public.
You know what I think? I think you're afraid you'll die before he comes back.
Mom, that hurt! We do not talk about him!
But Mom, he's
a deadbeat who skipped out on us for 30 years and counting! Speak one more word of him, and I'll lock you in a crate and ship you to Abu Dhabi!
No, not again! Oh, every Monday with you!
What the fuck? Abu Dhabi, fuck me. No, I respect Integra. The fact that she could have been turned to a vampire and she didn't take it. I respect that. She has more balls than most men in the world today. I respect that.
just charm 'em back off again. How are my favorite ladies?
Master!
So, you're finally back after 30 years. How was your walk?
Got a little too enthusiastic and got a little lost.
I can imagine.
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Hi.
name's David. I'm an accountant.
Don't remember asking.
And I'm sad.
Oh, Jesus. Turned out I was trapped inside myself with 3,424,867 people. So I didn't have a ton of friends.
I think it was 'cause I was ugly.
Probably.
Oh.
Ah, but who gives a fuck? That just means the people who liked you for you were more deserving.
Oh.
It's like your ugliness curated their shittiness.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Huh. Well, that was...
I'm Becky,
Oh...
and I don't want to be racist, but...
Shit. And my only way out was to help them out.
And I just get so angry every time I'd see a guy kiss another guy.
You think maybe you were angry because you couldn't be one of those guys? Because if you were, all your friends might think less of you?
Oh shit.
Yep.
Do you want to make out?
I don't date patients.
Yeah, that's fair.
Next. And I started getting good at it.
So my son resented me because I never made time for him unless he asked.
Yup, because if he'd really mattered, you would have put yourself out there.
Damn.
Next!
I don't know why she was angry. I told her I'd support her no matter what she chose.
That doesn't sound like a partner. That sounds like a crutch.
Shit, you're right!
Every time I see a girl kissing another girl...
You're gay! Turns out, like a whole third of them were just in the closet. Sleeping around wasn't the problem. Being dishonest was. And again, that's why your relationships kept failing. Facebook. You're gay? Dude, you're allowed to like Friends that much. It was a good show. But you didn't love the one you were with. You're straight. Buddha isn't gay. I think. Getting angry about books made for horny teenage girls was ridiculous then, and it's ridiculous now. Don't mistake youthful selfishness for genuine malice. Nobody isn't kind of an asshole in their early 20s, and if they actually weren't, they were probably sociopaths. You're a sociopath. You...
Are we a bad person?
Oh, fuck.
Well, let's start with the 20,000 people we impaled.
We were pretty mad at Dad that day.
And then I spent the last 10 years on that.
Couldn't you have just killed them all?
I tried, especially on me.
So, you're back for good then?
Bitch, I'm everywhere, and yet nowhere.
Then welcome home. Michael Mick doesn't exist.
Now, come on, girl. You know what I'm here for.
After 30 years, I'm not the young woman I used to be.
You do kind of look like a gender-bent Walter. And it may be the 30-year dry spell, but that is doing it for me.
Well then, my count, come and get you some sip.
Keep your arms steady, my countess.
This show is basically gun porn mixed with, like, this. I mean, like, let's be honest, I'm gonna have to remove this song because of copyright. But, fuck, this was good. It was beautiful. Good social commentary. References were top notch. Obviously, I didn't get all of them, but just beautiful. And I remember the first episode to this one, the quality was just going up all the way through. When I mentioned Schrödinger's cat, I was just looking at the board of wisdom that we use for Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward on the gaming channel. Because that comes up, so does string theory and the multiverse theory. That's the only way to explain the storyline, actually. but beautiful, fucking beautiful.
Ma'am, if I wanted to stab you in the back, I'd have done it between cleaning your ashtrays and laundering Seras' brassieres.
But I don't.
Lace makes me feel confident. Nobody ruined your childhood. The Teen Titans you liked is still on DVD. You do kind of look like a gender-bent Walter. Why, Bona 3? Reckoning! There is no such thing as an ironic fan of Ero manga, Sensei. Seriously, let Walter explain
I haven't
himself.
watched it.
Maybe he just got tired of doing... What does a butler do?
I buttle, sir.
See, this is why we're friends, Walter. Dude, you weren't being a Joey, you were a Chandler trying to be a Joey, and you came off as a Ross. And I'm not talking early seasons Ross, I'm talking season 6 to 9. So, you ever heard of Schrodinger's cat?
Yes, I had a lot of time to study physics while you were gone.
She's lying. She was studying cybernetics.
I can do both.
Cybernetics? Why?
Because the Major was a cyborg.
Hold on. Why was he a cyborg?
Right?
That's fucking stupid! And before you ask, yes! This is a JoJo reference!
I've never watched it.
The best.
Ah, you would say that, you fucking Brit.
I prefer part 2.
You killed the last white rhino? Hope the bonum was worth it, you fuck. By the way, did One Piece wrap up finally?
Yeah, but it's got a sequel called Two Piece.
Is it any good?
Not sure how I feel about Goofy as the main character.
It's a bittersweet way to end something, and I appreciate that they do that. It's sort of a journey. I don't know about you guys, but I always sort of feel a little bit empty at the end of a series that I watch, or a video game series that I really enjoy. And it always kind of leaves you with an empty hole in your heart. But it's a really nice way to wrap it up because it sort of ends on a nice tone of comedy and laughs. And you're sad that it's over, but you're happy that it happened, sort of thing. And is there anything post-credit? Why am I feeling sad? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Where's this song from? Is this some fucking Clannad shit? Fucking don't do this to me, bro. Nah, man! Fucking Clannad killed me! Clannad fucked me up. After Story really fucked me up. Glad I got that closure in the last episode. Fuck me. And then Hutchon was watching 1 Liter of Tears not too long ago. And I was just like, oh, fuck me. Get that shit away from me. No, I loved it. And it was, fucking... to be honest, Hellsing, when I watched it back in high school, it really made me get back into, Vlad the Impaler and Romania, Ottoman Empire, and all that sort of stuff. It's a really interesting thing to read into, and it's freaking amazing. I highly recommend it. There's a few good movies you can watch. I don't recommend the Hollywood ones because they Hollywoodize, the story. I recommend good ones like Dracula, The Untold Story. That's a pretty good one. It's a very old movie, but it sticks sort of true to what happened. Not all the way. I mean, the ending is fucking Hollywoodized as shit, or is at the end turned into a vampire. But, the story throughout is kind of accurate, and it kind of shows those parts that went from reality to myth to legend. Because, a lot of the myths of vampires and whatnot, what inspired the whole Dracula book was what he was doing. Like, a big one was when he was putting the Turks on the stakes, he used to have breakfast, like they were on the stakes here, and he used to have these like table outside, and he used to basically be eating bread and wine, and he used to dip his bread in the wine, which is delicious, by the way. He used to put his bread in the wine and then eat it. And used to, have barrels and barrels of wine. And because he was basically dipping it in, and because he was surrounded by pretty much like dying people screaming in pain, and it smells like corpses and the flies, the sort of myths and rumors started going out that this wasn't wine, that it was blood. It was soldiers pretty much like petrified of him. He was a scary guy. He was a janissary as a child. So like... Man, what the Ottomans did to kids those days to get them to become killers, like would fuck anyone up, right? So they were scared of him. I mean, one thing that he used to do was if a sentry fell asleep while on duty, he would literally be speared on the pikes and die that way. And then the next one wouldn't fall asleep. So they were like legitimately terrified of him. He was a very scary person. So of course this type of person would have rumors, right? When he was born, they thought he was the Antichrist. So like this didn't help. When he was in a fight, a battle, he ended up getting knocked out. They thought he was dead. They started pretty much like carving out a coffin for him, and then he woke up. You know, it was a concussion, he was unconscious, it was a deep sleep, whatever it was at the time. And then he woke up and everyone was like, holy shit, he's come back from the dead. So that's where all these sort of stories came from. And you can imagine soldiers like, he's dead, right? And everyone's like, oh shit, he's dead. I was like, the next day, he just fucking gets up, like casually just fucking gets up, Soldiers obviously didn't get to see his wounds, so they just sort of just assumed he came back from the dead. And in those days, it sort of makes sense. We didn't have access to information like we did today. We didn't know as much as we did about science, and obviously the average person that's a peasant and a soldier doesn't know any of this. So, we would fall for just about anything, particularly in Romania and that part. So look, I'm not gonna like dabble on about it, but this is why I love anime. This is why I love watching these things, because it gets me into history, gets me into stories, and I learn a lot. And particularly, with access to Wikipedia and all the resources we have today, if there's a sort of niche topic someone gets interested in, you can just sort of dwell really deep into it, and you can find, people in comment sections and communities and Discord groups that you can discuss it with. And that's the sort of thing that we always do on Discord. I always chill there whenever I'm out. Even like today when I was out in the gym cycling, I was just texting people on our Discord, and it's like, really cool bunch of people. So, anyway, without going on and on, this was beautiful. Beautiful way to end it. Laughs, references, just made my evening. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Sorry, it's late. I'm watching it now. This has already been out for 7 hours. I didn't know it came out this morning. Usually when a new episode comes out, everyone in the comment section spams me. It's out, it's out, it's out. Last time I pretty much screenshotted when the episode came out. I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm on it. And so I think everyone sort of felt a little bit uncomfortable messaging to me that it's out. I didn't screenshot that in the way to say like, hey guys, you're bugging me. I did it in a way to sort of say, hey, I really appreciate you guys are telling me that something's out. I pretty much screenshotted the first number of people that did it to sort of, in my own way of showing gratitude. So I hope I didn't make you guys feel that you're annoying me, because you're not. I actually appreciate it. So feel free to just let me know in the comment sections and community tabs and even Discord when something new comes out. I really do appreciate it. I'm not on the YouTube homepage every 5 seconds clicking refresh and looking on my subscription feeds, so it's very easy for me to miss things. So please, when something comes out, by all means, comment. Go right ahead. Tell me in the Discord, tag me in it if you can. Tweet it to me. Like, I appreciate it. I'm just a normal guy that enjoys watching, like, stuff, Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. My voice is a little bit dead from the last few days and, streaming 5-6 hours this morning. If you want to join the live streams, feel free to head over to the gaming channel. We live stream on weekends and, other times during the week as well, until I start working full-time next year in April, and then I'll start live streaming on weekends. So, till then, Ninja Kuma out. Bye!
You have a hidden talent you don't know about, like Paris Hilton being an actress. Oh, scratch that. Isaiah 631! Stride forward in the weakness of his
Wait, kid, you dropped your microphone!
Santini on his ass! You wanna be an Air Force Ranger! You wanna live a life of danger! You don't wanna get raped by strangers! Think of a big